What's good, my beautiful kings and queens? It's Wini, your favorite British locked YouTuber. I hope you're doing amazingly well, just like I am. To my old subscribers, welcome back to my channel. To my new ones, if this is your first time watching a video of mine, I'm happy to have you on board. If you are watching this for the first time, or watching me for the first time I should say, and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to do so before this video ends. Now, as you can see by the title of this video, for those of you that do not know, this Monday basically marked 7 years of my amazing lock journey, and I did say that as part of the celebration I will do a Q&A. The Q&A, however, is not going to be solely related just to locks. However, I did ask you guys to basically send me through some questions, and I'm basically going to do the honors of answering the questions that I got asked in this video. So here we go. Right, so literally all the questions that I got asked, I have screenshot them so that I did not miss any of the questions. They basically came through various platforms. It was Twitter, Instagram, and also some of my YouTube channels as well. So first question, did you cut your hair, sis? Nuh-uh, I didn't cut my hair. The video that I put up a couple of days ago, I basically showed you guys how I managed to create this look. It's basically lock knots, so it makes my hair look exceptionally shorter than it actually is. For those of you that do not know the length of my actual hair, my hair is basically, oh hold on, I feel like there's something in my eye. Right, so my hair is basically waist length. So I know it's crazy, right? My hair's waist length. I'm like 5'3", 5'4", and it's down to my waist, and I've managed to create this look. So a lot of people actually did ask me this question, but no, I haven't cut my hair. I have no intentions of cutting my hair anytime soon either. Right, next question. How do you get rid of residue that appear randomly in your locks? I can't lie, this is like a really big pet peeve of mine, because I mean, you know how annoying it is to have residue in your locks. It doesn't look nice, it's jarring, it makes you very tempted to just, you know, kind of pick at it and stuff. The two main things that I do is I do an apple cider vinegar rinse. I say rinse, but it's more like a soak. So yeah, I've done a previous video on that before. I'm gonna put it somewhere up on the screen for you to watch. But yeah, I literally use apple cider vinegar, baking soda. Sometimes I'll use a little bit of lemon or lime in it, or you don't even need to add baking soda, all of that. You could just use apple cider vinegar and basically put quite a bit of it into the sink alongside with some water and just literally soak your locks in it. I tend to do it for about 20 to 30 minutes. It's not something that I do often, to be honest. Like after I did that video, I don't think I've done it again actually. But yeah, so I do either that, or I use washing up liquids, because yeah, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but washing up liquid is actually a great way for you to get rid of any of the gunk and the products build up and stuff out of your hair as well. Oh, and third thing, actually, I do use a shampoo that is great for basically getting rid of build up, and it's this one. I'm actually going to do a separate video soon just showcasing what I use for my locks, but yes, Osmo Detoxify shampoo. Love this shampoo. I've done a video on this before already. Again, I'm gonna put, you know, the video of it somewhere up on here. But yeah, those are basically the three things that I do. One thing that I will say is it is normal to have residue in your locks. I feel like sometimes it can be an unavoidable thing, but if you do either of those three things that I've mentioned, you'll be alright. So following question, do you palm roll or interlock? Whatever you do, why? Alright, so I initially started off my lock journey via interlocking, right? And for me, interlocking, I've kind of spoken on this before, I believe, but interlocking for me was probably one of the easier ways to get my hair to kind of basically stay together. So I was interlocking my hair for quite some time. It's literally about 2 years ago now maybe that I decided to stop interlocking my hair. The reason for that is because I found that I was just doing way too much with the interlocking. I was interlocking it too often, and also I just wasn't liking the look of I wasn't liking the look of it. I don't know, like I feel like when I was interlocking my hair, it gives my hair this kind of I can't explain it, but it gives my hair a look that I don't like, and I don't really feel is healthy for my hair. I also found out because I was doing, you know, I was interlocking way too often, my roots were starting to thin out, or like some of my locks would have like thin parts in it, and I just thought, what the hell? So now I don't interlock no more. I personally don't think there's anything wrong with interlocking whatsoever. If you do interlock your hair, I would advise for you to just not do it often. I'll probably say do it every, I don't know, like 6 to 8 weeks, but it all depends on your routine and what works for you and your hair texture and yada yada. Now I just retwist my hair. How often do I retwist my hair? I'm not gonna lie, nowadays I don't do it as often. At this precise moment, it's been 2.5 months since I last retwisted my hair, and I have no intentions of retwisting it for a while. I'm probably gonna wash my hair come next week, and then I'm gonna restyle it, and then maybe sometime in August I will retwist my hair. But yes, that's what I do. So, and I retwist my hair, and then I just like palm roll the rest of my locks. But you know what, even the palm roll, sometimes, most of the times I don't do it, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, those are my reasons. Hopefully that helps. Okay, my question for you is, would you ever consider having a meetup for those who would like to meet you? This question actually took me aback, you know, because I've actually never ever thought of that. Like, I didn't think that it would come to a point where anybody would want to have a meetup with me. I know it sounds kind of silly, but I think in the near future probably I would. But from what I've seen via my YouTube views, it seems like the majority of people that watch my videos are from the States. So yeah, I think if I was to do a meetup, it probably would be in the States, as that's where the majority of my audience is at. So yeah, it is something that I will do. I haven't thought about it just yet, but yeah, if people wanted me to make it happen, yeah, it will definitely happen sometime. That would be nice. I mean, I feel like it's always nice to meet and to converse with people that have been supporting you. And basically, I feel like this channel, we've basically become a family. Even when I put up like certain videos that are not related to hair, it might be me talking about how I'm struggling with something, or I'm feeling low, or I'm feeling down. You guys are always basically there to encourage and support and uplift me, and I hope that I'm also doing the same for y'all. So yeah, I would definitely consider that in the near future. Right, I have a question. My locks were started via home business loctician, and the parts are like super far apart, but as they grew I appreciate it more. But one issue I'm having is even after a fresh interlock, my parts would afro up and the lock is a mile away. Is it possible to start new locks in the middle of the journey? Right, so to my understanding this question, because there's quite a bit of information, it's basically, it was started at home via loctician, I'm guessing, and you basically don't like the look of your locks, right? After a fresh interlock, my parts, to be honest, yeah, okay, the part where you basically say after fresh interlock, parts of your hair afro up and the locks are a mile away, okay, cool. It sounds like, okay, firstly, I'm gonna say this. I previously put up a video and it wasn't even of me interlocking, it was me retwisting my locks, and I received quite a few comments from people saying that my hair basically looked very gappy, yeah, and very spacey. And I read the comments, and although I got what they were saying, for me I kind of found that weird, because in my mind, when you are like interlocking your hair or you are having a fresh retwist, it is gonna look gappy, because like all your hair is basically is in like one lock, it is in one section, if I'm making any sense, so it will look spacey regardless of what people may say. And although it can look kind of annoying, and I have grown to basically not like the fresh retwist look like I used to before, I think it's normal for locks to look that way when you freshly interlock or you freshly retwist them. As for them looking afro like when you've interlocked or retwist, it could just simply be that maybe your hair would work better if you wasn't interlocking. So if that's the case, you may want to let your hair just grow out and do its thing for a bit, and then stop interlocking, period, and just look into retwisting or palm rolling your locks, or a different method that may work better for your hair, because it could simply be that the whole interlocking thing is not working for it. In regards to if you choose to just, you know, start your whole lock journey again even though you are in the middle of your journey, that's perfectly fine. Like, you deciding to wanting to restart your lock journey is your personal decision. If it's something that you want to do and you're happy with wanting to redo that journey, then by all means go for it. I have no issue with people wanting to restart their lock journey whenever that they want to. My thing is, if you do restart your lock journey, don't then kind of repeat what was done this time. So for example, if it's a thing where maybe the interlocking is not working for your hair, don't then decide to restart your lock journey and then go and get your hair interlocked. Think of other ways, like I've just said, like retwisting or palm rolling, or you know what, for some people freeform locks as well is also pretty helpful. But in regards to it being spacious, yeah, I've noticed even when I retwist mine tends to look spacious as well. So I personally think it's a normal thing, but different strokes for different folks. There are some people that will get their hair retwisted or interlocked and it won't look as spacious, and there are people like myself, for example, who will get it retwisted and it will look spacious. It doesn't mean that your hair is unhealthy. Sometimes it is what it is, and there's not really necessarily a reason for it. However, it does kind of sound that maybe interlocking is not helping your hair. How long have you had your locks for? I've had my locks for 7 years. I celebrated my 7-year lock anniversary earlier on this week, and yeah, hopefully I shall have many more lock anniversaries to come. How often do you wash your locks? Okay, you know what, if we were to have this conversation, if we were to have had this conversation, I don't know, last year or maybe 2 years ago, I would have been like, yeah, I wash my hair every 2 weeks, or I wash my hair every 4 weeks or every 5 weeks. I now don't have a specific time frame as to when I wash my hair. I literally wash my hair when my hair tells me that it needs a wash. Sounds kind of crazy, but I feel like if you're very attentive to your body and how your body operates, it will tell you certain things. So for example, when my hair needs a wash, you know, basic things will happen. I'll be able to smell that it's dirty. I will get like spots around the side of my head. What else? My hair texture completely changes when my hair is dirty. Obviously, if I start to see like flakes and stuff, it's time to wash it. But yeah, I don't really have a set time frame of when I wash my hair. I just wash my hair when it needs to be washed. Nowadays, it does tend to be anything between 3 to 5 weeks is when I wash my hair now. But yeah, that works for me, so it's all good. I have just had a madness with my camera. I was in the middle of filming, yeah, and then it just refused to continue recording. Panic attack. But yeah, it's sorted thanks to Google. So let's continue with our questions. Right. Are you a vegan? Because I follow you on Insta and I often see you posting a lot of fruits, veg and herbal teas. Am I a vegan? Okay, this is what I would say. I've always been relatively health conscious, although I do tend to eat a lot of crap here and there. However, over the past week or so, I have kind of been toying with the idea of going, you know, when people say vegan, yeah, there's lots of things that are vegan that are not necessarily healthy. So like, for example, Oreos and stuff. So I'm gonna say I have been toying with the idea of going completely plant-based. Initially, I was kind of thinking to give it a try for about a week or so, but it's something that I'm toying with. By the time this video comes out, I probably would have been like a couple days in to basically giving plant-based a try. So at the minute, I wouldn't really say that I want to be labelled as anything. I'm literally trying to live a better life for myself and a better life in regards to wanting to have the best possible health ever. And if things do progress, then I will keep you all updated. How do you deal with people who hate locks? I am a teen and it's like pulling teeth trying to convince my mother to lock my hair. She believes in all the stereotypes and myths surrounding locks, but I love the culture, beauty and the meaning of them. I have tried to educate her, but I hate arguing with her all the time. I have wanted them for a long time and have researched a lot. I plan to start them as soon as I leave for college, but I hoped that I could start them sooner. That's deep. That is really deep. I'm assuming that you're probably from the States as well, considering that you said that you're leaving for college. Okay, firstly, I'm going to start off with how do you deal with people who hate locks. Now, in any situation, I would say just ignore them. However, when it's more closer to home, it's easier said than done. So what I will say is, you know, negative thoughts and stuff will be expressed via loved ones in regards to Locs. However, you've been blessed enough to be educated in regards to what Locs are, the powerful meaning behind them, and the beauty of them. So you know the truth about Locs, therefore you should, you know, work on getting to the mind frame of when a loved one, for example, has negative things to say about them. Just let them talk, pay them no mind, don't feed into it. Try to not get into an argument with your mother as well. I mean, it's easier said than done. It can be frustrating when you're very passionate about something and, for example, your parents do not see where you are coming from. Trust me, I've been there. I understand situations such as that. However, arguing is not going to solve anything. Arguing is not going to change the fact that you have actually taken the time out to educate her on this matter, but she still, you know, chooses to believe in certain negative things in regards to Locs. So what I will say is, don't argue with people. Opinions aren't facts. Like Lauryn Hill said, take them in and let them go. Let people talk, but it's not a fact. You know what the truth is, so you're good to go. So yeah, that's basically how I would tell you to basically deal with it. In regards to you starting them when you go to college, go for it. You totally have my support. Like you've already stated, you've done your research on them. So one thing that I will say is, you know, just try and work out what method, what way you think is going to work best for you. If you do decide to start your Locs when you do go to college, make sure, I would always recommend that you get it started via professionals, somebody that knows what they are doing. Read up on it, you know, watch other YouTubers, watch me, you know, feel free to ask me questions and stuff. And yeah, I hear what you're saying, that you had hoped to start them sooner, but you know what, it's not a rush, you know. Honestly, it's not a rush. Your Loc journey will always be there. If you choose to start it when you leave for college, that's cool. If you decide, you know what, now's not the time, later on in life I want to start it, that's perfectly fine. But there is no rush. You'll be able to start your journey when it is best suited for you. And if it just so happens to be when you are not in the presence of somebody that's got negative views and stuff in regards to them, then so be it. If it's gonna be another time, that's also cool too. But yeah, please do keep me updated. I hope that my answer has kind of helped out. It's a bit of a deep one, to be honest. If you didn't have Locs, what would you do with your hair? That's a bit of a hard question, because I feel like 7 years is, you know, some people 7 years is be like, oh, you know, it's not that deep, it's just been a couple of years and stuff. But if I didn't have Locs, okay, well, if I didn't have Locs, for a fact I wouldn't have my hair relaxed. I think I would just wear my hair out, you know. I think what I would have basically been doing is watching other natural hair YouTubers, and I would just style my hair into different ways and forms and stuff. Maybe I'll get it braided up as well from time to time and have it in protective styling. However, one thing I can say for a fact that I wouldn't do is I wouldn't wear weaves. And I don't have anything against weaves personally, and I don't have anything against weave wearers and stuff, but even before I commenced my natural hair journey, I'd never worn weaves ever in my life. The only thing that I had done maybe 2 or 3 times in my whole existence of living is had my hair in braids, and yeah, that's basically it. So if I wasn't wearing my hair in Locs, I'll be a loose natural, and I'll basically style up my hair all the time via watching videos from lovely YouTubers and reading blog posts and all of that good stuff there. Next question. I see that you went to Black Pride. What is your sexuality? Unfortunately, I am straight. I say unfortunately because I just feel like there's a lot of trash men out there personally, but unfortunately I am straight. However, the fact that my sexuality is straight doesn't make me closed-minded. I'm very pro people loving whoever that they choose to love. I'm very pro people being themselves. I'm very pro people being happy. So if I am blessed to have the opportunity to attend events that celebrates people of different backgrounds or different sexualities or different beliefs and stuff, I'm always gonna be up for it, because for me 2018 is about having new experiences, meeting new people, and basically kind of stepping out of my comfort zone and going to, for example, Black Pride that was the first time that I've ever been to Black Pride. And it was a very good experience. I was surrounded by so many beautiful people, like beautiful men, beautiful women, like happy energy. I felt like I was in a space where everybody was just happy and was just free to be themselves. And that's basically the kind of environment that I always want to be around. I want to be around people that are happy themselves, no matter, you know, their sexuality, where they're from, who they are, their beliefs and stuff. So long as the energy is positive, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, final question once I unlock my phone. What 3 things would you advise to somebody who wants to lock up but isn't sure? Okie dokie. Right, so you want to lock up but you're unsure. 3 things that I would advise for you to kind of think about is, why do you want to do it? Yeah. I think it is key to kind of work out, why do you want to lock up? Do you just want to lock up because your favorite rappers have got locks and you think that it would be cool? Like, if so, then maybe locks are not for you. Maybe you may want to look into having like faux locks. Is that how you pronounce it? Faux locks? But yeah, basically, you know, the locks that you do, fake locks, basically, you might want to look into that. Second thing that I would say, if you're thinking about having locks, is what method would you want to use? Like, how you want to start off your locks, and also your lifestyle as well. A reason for that is, you know, for example, you may want to interlock because you're a very active person and you may not want to sweat out your retwist quickly and it will just hold better for you. Or maybe you may want to start off by retwisting because you just think it would be better for your roots. Maybe you want a palm roll, maybe you may want to freeform. So basically, look into how you want to start it. In other words, do your research. And then the third thing I would say is, think about, this is a bit of a controversial one, I'm not gonna lie, but think about your working conditions. So for example, if you know that you are working in a field that particularly could be detrimental if you end up locking your hair, then that may not be a good idea unless you're potentially looking to lose your job. If you are working in a place where you know whether you lock up or not, it's not going to be an issue, then, you know, by all means go ahead. But the point I'm trying to make is, we're living in a world where a lot of people are very ignorant to people wearing locks. There are a lot of workplaces that will not hire you or will fire you if you wear your hair a certain way. So you need to basically ask yourself, are you prepared to potentially leave your job or be fired if you wear your hair a certain way? If by all means that doesn't bother you, or you're working in an environment, or maybe you work for yourself so it doesn't matter how you wear your hair, then that's all good. However, everybody's life is different, so I can't sit in front of this camera and try and bash somebody or belittle somebody who wouldn't lock up because it could potentially affect their job or their business or whatever. But yeah, those are the 3 things that I would say you should basically consider. Obviously there's a lot more things to consider, but you only asked for 3 things, so I gave you 3 things. Right, that's basically all the questions that I was sent. I'm very grateful that you guys sent me those questions because, you know, it means that y'all are watching, or you lot are basically checking out my social medias and you're interacting with me, and I really do love that. But yeah, I hope that I managed to answer your questions well. If you do have any other questions and maybe you didn't get the chance to ask me and stuff, don't be shy to ask me under this video. I will answer you whenever I can. Thank you very much for the love. Thank you very much for the support. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. I'm currently almost on 1.5k subscribers, and I feel like that's amazing because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know, like, I didn't think it was gonna happen. You know, like, essentially when I started my YouTube channel, it was just kind of like, oh, a thing, like a hobby, and I believe that it's only just like the past year or so that I've basically decided to take things seriously, and I'm very happy by the audience interaction. I'm happy with the views. I'm just happy that I'm being shown love and support. It means a lot, guys. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't ramble too much, you know. But yeah, until my next video, you take care. Be good. See ya.